Well, tomorrow is, of course, St. Valentine's Day, and I've come to Vicarstown in County Cork to meet a man who knows a thing or two about the traditions of this special day, which, as you know, occurs every year on the 14th of February. Shane Lahan is a folklorist and lecturer in archaeology and history. Hello, Shane.
And welcome.
How
Good to
are
see
you?
you.
Lovely
Come on
to
in.
see you.
Yeah.
Thanks
Great
for
to-
having us.
No, we're delighted to have you.
So tell me, what do you know about love?
Little trip to heaven on the wings of your love.
Shane, tell me the origins behind St. Valentine's Day.
There's always been a tradition in springtime of emphasising new life and so on. In Roman times, there was Lupercalia, a huge festival when all the men and women were about. But Valentine's Day occurs in Ireland too, specifically because this is the natural time of new life, new birth. The birds are up in the trees making their nests, and people themselves were thinking of making their nests as well. So love is in the air at this time of the year.
And where did the origin for sending Valentine's Day cards come from?
Well, it's actually really interesting. You know, we think of Valentine's Day as a very sort of loving thing between two people. But in the past, Valentine's Day was a girl would pick out the first man that she saw, the first boy that she would see, and they would be their Valentine. And in that, he had to do everything for her on that day. So he was almost her slave, if you like. So by sending someone a Valentine's card, asking them to be their Valentine, you were kind of making sure someone might do your bidding, as it were.
Okay.
So the cards are there. Look, some of them are very, like, we think about buying cards now, but in the past, everyone used to make their own. And the girls particularly would make the card because they wanted to check whether the boys were going to be responsive or not. There's a lovely one I've made for you here. And just for,
that.
okay, so here
Okay.
we go. And it reads really nicely. If of me you often think, send me back a bow of pink. If to me you would be true, send me back a bow of blue. If you are another girl's fellow, send me back a bow of yellow. If to me you would be wed, send me back a bow of red. If with me you won't be seen, send me back a bow of green.
So the colours signify a possible answer, right?
That was it. So that you'd get the bow and then you'd know, oh yeah, he's interested in me or he's not interested.
Jeepers,
in me.
it's very elaborate, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Listen, but the other thing was that there was also a great tradition, believe it or not, of showing your love in the most unusual ways. And for the men, it was spoons. So I showed you here, this is what used to be happening in the past, is people would take out their knives and they'd be cut away and they would be carving their spoons. Why were they carving spoons? Because if you think about the Irish diet, boiled eggs, porridge, mashed potatoes, what's the one thing that you need to eat all of those with is a spoon. So the spoon became a symbol, if you like, of the future utensil that was needed, and any man who could carve a spoon was showing the woman, okay, I can definitely, provide for everyone. And
So these are tokens of love.
Tokens of love, particularly my pals in Wales and
Yeah.
all my folkloric kind of friends over there show me these, because this is a huge tradition over there where people would carve hearts in, for example. They would carve in the anchor to say, I'm steadfast, I'm not going anywhere, I'm yours, as it were. So love spoons at Valentine's. But there's also another thing, because the girls used to also display their prowess through baking. So let me show you something I prepared earlier.
Yeah, I can smell something nice. I was wondering. Okay, so I'll follow you.
I wish my love was a red, red rose.
Is this bread or is it cake? Now, it is certainly a very traditional shape, isn't it?
Well, this is a cake of bread or a bastable bread. This was the old oven long ago. And if on Valentine's night, it was a great night for settling a match that was going to be made or something like that, the girl in the house would be seen to display to the man that she could bake, and she would bake this fantastically enriched cake. But I came across an even better reference recently to literally what are called love scones.
Go on.
So it's much the same preparation, but enhanced with everything you can put into it. There's eggs in here, there's butter in here, there's dried fruit like sultanas, but really interestingly, they included caraway seeds.
Wow.
And they used to toast these caraway seeds, give up a brilliant flavour.
And why caraway?
Well, it's something that was part of the story of the past. It's not very popular now, but in the past, this was a real symbol of luxury and of flavour. So the love scones were there, dished up, of course, with the wonderful butter that we have, the jam, the cream, all of that. I'm sure any man that saw this, men were marrying women in the past, not for their look so much, but for their baking.
Well, do you know something? They look good enough to eat. So any chance?
Okay, no problem at all. Let's do that.
Well, we'll have a little bite in a minute, but for the moment we're going to take a break, because when we come back we'll be meeting a man who in his lifetime has travelled to some of the most remote places on the planet, and we even hear how he tied the knot in the Antarctic. See you shortly.